Alright everybody, today I want to talk about the benefits of the cannabis plant, the hemp plant. Without getting them mixed up, they're the same, they're for the same family. The only difference is the marijuana, cannabis, ganj, weed, whatever you want to call it, that's got the high levels of THC in the bud form, which we can get an effect off of. We can get stoned, intoxicated. The hemp plant's no got that, but it's got the stem, the leaves, and it's got a whole lot of benefit to that own thing. It's not just smoking cannabis that you can do, there's hundreds of other ways, but we're just more familiar with the smoking of it, or the vaporising, or the eating. Put it this way, we see that in our street, don't we? We've been brought up with cannabis. Whether we smoke it or no, we've heard it, stuff like that, but we don't really hear about the hemp side of it, and the non-smoking side of it, and what we can actually use it for, the benefits. So, I'll give a few examples now. See, instead of actually cutting down forests every single year, hundreds of thousands of trees just to make paper, and whatever we make with it, we can actually grow this stuff, hemp, every 18 weeks. It is the cannabis plant, it's the same thing, basically the male. It's not just the male version, you get the female version and the male version of the cannabis plant. It produces bud, the female version, but the male version doesn't. And it can be used for all this other stuff. It can be used for building materials, so we can make our houses out of it, and it's efficient. It's like when it rains, the hemp, what the walls are made out of, it absorbs the rain and stuff, it actually likes, it's efficient. So we can make houses, we can actually make clothes, we can get ropes, we can use the hemp oils for cooking, making some sort of cooking things in, like margarines and stuff like that. We can get shampoo, cream, stuff out of that. We can get almost any product that we see in the market today, we can get that from the cannabis plant, basically. Some people might not think it's as nice because we've all been programmed to think nice smells and stuff like that is like bleach. Bleach is poison, but we all want creams and all that that's got nice smells and stuff, but we should go for more natural. But anyway, cannabis can do stuff like that. Building materials, ropes, as I've said, were clothes and stuff like that. So how's that a bad thing? Why is that illegal? And then we move over to the cannabis side of things. Obviously everybody is more familiar with that, so you don't really need to explain much about that. People smoke it for what? Stress. People smoke it to take pain away, or to help them cope in life with everyday problems. Like, we're out, we go to work, we're hearing stuff for our society, the news, like the media, papers, magazines, whatever it is. When we're out, we're hearing stuff that maybe we don't want to hear, and it's just constantly stressing us out and putting a pressure on us, right? So when people go home or whatever, they like to smoke cannabis and unwind and relax and just come back into their real self and forget about all their worries. So it really does help to de-stress. It gives you an appetite, cannabis. It helps you sleep. It's got so many benefits that way, with pain and stuff like that. The only don't listen to the media and their negativity. The negative stuff they are saying, the negative stuff the media are saying is it destroys your brain cells and it makes you crazy. Well, hello, here's your effect. Well, we're crazy, right? The only crazy that I can make out of that is crazy enough to fucking say how we feel. We're not crazy as in we don't go out in the street, we don't cause violence, we don't want to hurt anybody, we don't bully, we don't... Crazy in my perspective of crazy, my opinion, I would say crazy's going out and causing violence and hitting people for no reason and stabbing people and killing and smashing things up for no reason. I would say that's crazy. I wouldn't say thinking what we want is crazy. Imagination. Since when did that become a crime to think what you want? We can talk about planets, we can talk about the solar system, energy, aliens, we can talk about anything in this life if we want to talk about it, whether they're true or no. Who says that's crazy? Are we hurting anybody with our thoughts? No. That's not the definition of crazy, thinking crazy. And if it destroys your brain cells, how come some of the most successful people in this world, names are easy to name, like Bob Marley, Tupac, Steve Jobs from Apple, all these people, right? More than that as well, you've got a lot of people, whether they're celebrity, rich. This is what we say doing good for yourself in life is, innit? If you've got a good job, good money and that's what most people say doing well for yourself. So if it destroys your brain cells, and these people are in this position, these people had everything in the world, they were well loved in that. In fact, most of them aren't really even here now, but a lot of them are here to tell the truth about marijuana, because a lot of people who smoke marijuana, and you can call me a conspiracy theorist all you want, this is just turning into a random video and it's the way I like it, but you can call me a conspiracy theorist all you want, but that's why they make marijuana illegal, because they want profit. If marijuana was legal worldwide, they would lose out profit, and so many companies, from alcohol companies to their industry of making clothes to wood companies, paper, this and that. Cannabis can do everything, and that's not the only thing I think. You can call me a double conspiracy theorist. You can call me the craziest person in the world, but I think that the other reason cannabis is illegal is because it wakes people up. It gives you a different perspective in life. It makes you realise that, whoa, we don't need all this stuff that they're saying we need. We can just deal with what we have. We can grow it every 18 weeks. Hemp grows every 18 weeks without ripping down forests. And plants are good for the air. It humidifies the air. You name it. They're telling us lies, man. They're telling us marijuana's a bad thing. So beyond that, man. What are we about to think anything we want? Crazy. People can call you crazy. We can think anything we want. It's only a thought. I'm not hurting anybody. But marijuana definitely breaks down divides. And what I mean by that, if I've got a wall built up with somebody and I find it hard to talk to them, we can smoke marijuana, and there's all different things that it opens up your mind, I believe, right? And they've never proved that marijuana can destroy brain cells. They've never proved it. So if anybody can show me solid evidence, then I'll be happy to look. But they've never proved marijuana being bad. And then it's illegal. You've got the war on drugs. It's supposed to be a war on drugs, not a war on just marijuana, cannabis, a plant. This is the whole lie. They say it's a war on drugs, so we all stay away from it, and we all can't get our hands in it, and we can never have it, or we're facing jail, or we're facing serious consequences. This war on drugs is having people under so much pressure, whether it's money, the money like police spend and all that, and taxpayers spend to go out and get people in war on drugs. Far too much money, but money is nothing. Money doesn't make the world go round. It actually does make this society and fucked up world go round, but the truth is it's all about love. But it's about cannabis. We're in cannabis, we're in the mode with cannabis, and we all need to really realise how good cannabis is. It's not about getting out and fucking causing trouble when you smoke cannabis. It's about a good time. It's stuff like that. But see the war on drugs, it's costing far too much money. People are struggling in their life, facing a lot of problems, in prison, doing time for a plant that they grew for their own medicine in some cases. And then in the worst scenario, people are actually dying. People are getting killed through a natural plant. Through this whole thing, it's supposed to be a war on drugs as well, and I only see cannabis users in jail. A lot of cannabis things in the media getting blamed for everything. People could say that's because cannabis is more popular, more common, and everybody smokes cannabis and this and that. Well, more people smoke cannabis and that than all the other drugs like crack, heroin, cocaine, blah blah blah. So people say that's why the prisons and that are filled with them, but nah, they've had it out in marijuana since day one. It's never killed them. So how can they say it's a bad thing? How can they say that when they've got alcohol, all these prescription drugs, pills, tobacco, processed foods, all these stuff are legal in our shops for us to buy, and they don't say nothing about that. But a natural drug that's never killed anybody, it's never been known to cause anything really bad apart from the war on drugs, apart from the stuff, the government, the media, the police, we are all causing the problems. There's no bad thing about marijuana. People are actually in shit because of this. And we need to realise that it opens up people's minds a bit positive. Like, you start listening to different types of music, you open up your mind to different things, and that was with me. Now, I'm not saying you need marijuana or we all need to smoke cannabis, because that's not true. We don't need it. We can all be normal, be the best of our best of ability, with no drugs, nothing. Just food and water. We could be at our best with food, water and exercise and stuff, you know what I mean? But the thing is, we've got to realise cannabis shouldn't be illegal because it's causing all these things. Look at it, man. Look at what's happening. If people are dying, why is it not legal? What's the worst that's going to happen if cannabis is legal? The people who don't like it are still not going to smoke it. That's just simple. Make it legal. Not everybody in the world drinks alcohol. And not everybody in the world's going to smoke cannabis. We need to try something different because it's not been working this way. And it never will work until we learn to adapt and learn to see some change. And we're just like listening to the media all the time. The media is never going to give you the true answer. The media is looking to use us as a puppet, use us as a slave. It's like the industry. It's for the same for school education. They teach you what they want you to know. It's the same everywhere. Pharmaceuticals give you pills just to keep you as a customer, to keep you going back and they don't cure. So why is cannabis not here? They don't like cannabis because we can all get it for cheaper, we can get it for free, we can grow it everywhere. That's what they do not like. And the money the companies are making with cannabis being illegal is amazing, how much money they're making. Amazing in their thing is not amazing. I'm not saying it's amazing. This is a crazy ass video, but it's wrong. The war on drugs, I've not even get the words to express the feelings and what I really mean. And the war on drugs is just shocking. How can we don't see it over in this pretty little place like in Britain or wherever you're from, where it's all, everything's fine, you get showed this in the news, it's all about celebrity gossip or weather or we never see all the bad things and all the things that are happening in the world. The war, and see in some countries, it's heavy duty. People are really getting shot and stuff, man. So come on, wake up. Right, I think I've rabbled on enough in this video and said what I feel on both sides. The hemp plant, the cannabis plant, it's the same family. It's just we're all more familiar with the cannabis and smoking it, and we tend to let the hemp side go a little bit. And then you've got the media printing all bad stories on cannabis, saying that it's this and that, and people are believing it just because they've smoked it and they think it's bad. Well, if you don't need to smoke it. We need to come to an agreement that it needs to be legal in some form everywhere in the world, because it doesn't only need to be smoked, vaporised or ate. You don't need to even eat it or take part in a stone or get the intoxicating feeling. We've got all the other side like clothes, building materials, hemp oils for natural foods, natural medicines, hair products, things like this, all natural. Well, we don't need to cut down trees that's grew hundreds of years. And we all know plants, if I've not already said this is just obvious to some. Plants are good for the air, humidifying. So with all the toxins from the cars and the factories, mine works, anything like that, plants will clear it out because they like the carbon dioxide, take it in and produce and give out oxygen, and humans and animals and stuff like that like the oxygen, we take that in and give out carbon dioxide. So it's like the whole world, we all need each other, from insects, this, plants, it all works together. So the more we plant, the better, and the less trees we cut down, the better, because these trees grow hundreds of years. But bottom line is, don't believe in the media. Always look at so many stories, look up your own stuff and then come to a conclusion. Don't believe one thing that you've heard from the media and that cannabis is this bad, makes you crazy, it does this, it does that. That's a thing to make you stay away from it. We all know what alcohol does to you, we all know how many people it kills each year, we all know this and that, but did it make that illegal? No. So we know there's something else in the sidelines. Like, it's not just because they're saying marijuana is bad for your health. We know there's something else to it, because there's lots of things that are bad for your health that's legal. And anyway, do your own research and get your own knowledge. And I swear, the more and more you open up your mind and just want to know the truths, the more you want to know the truths, well, guess what? You're going to know the truths. Search for it and your mind will expand, almost as if your brain will get bigger. And you, whether you like it or not, if you're putting yourself in to learn stuff, good positive stuff you want to learn, you're going to learn it. And it happens through time. You can get good at anything you want to do. And I'm not just saying that. You can get good at anything you want to do. You need to practice, you need to learn, you need to educate. And don't be dumbed down by the people that want to keep you small. Grow big, show your real potential. And that's all I have for this one. Peace, people.